Hello, everybody! In this little bonus episode between, the finale of Frostfire Ridge and the Talador episode, we are actually at Warspear. I meant to show you this to you guys a while ago, but they kept adding things to it, so I was kind of waiting until they kind of got most of what they wanted onto the bases, and then show you guys. That's when I recorded the Alliance one, and I had to make a new Horde character, blah 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 blah. So here we are on Warspear. This is the Horde base. It is way bigger than what I showed you before. It got increased, improved, whatever you want to say, built more, a shit ton, at least 3 times in size. So here's just kind of like a general overview. You can see just like the Alliance had their big castle in the background, that's the Hordes. I'm biased. I like the human castle way more, but that just might be my own personal bias. However, that being said, I really feel like the Warspear base, the non-PvP part, actually is better laid out than the Alliance's one. The Alliance's one, when I was running through it, when I was recording for you guys, I didn't really know what was going on. I couldn't tell what buildings were supposed to do what, for the most part. I mean, some stuff it was obvious, but for this, Warspear, I feel like that's the total opposite. I really can tell where certain things are supposed to be. Like, for example, this is obviously going to be a skinning place because they got the leather. You have the leather here. You have the Tauren, are most associated with leather working. You have the shaman stuff around here too. There are NPCs speaking everywhere about various different lore things. One commander was like, look, the orcs don't want to march into the burial fields because, where are they? Here. Because there were ghosts. Another person said the Blood Elves found some really important, if you can see it on here, where is it? The Blood Elves say they found something big in the mines, an artifact that the Alliance is looking for. There's NPCs everywhere. Here's kind of like the military operations going here. As you could tell, if we walk in here, it's also the tavern area. That's where you put your Hearthstone if you want to set it at Ashran, which most people probably will. And then we have over here is more of the... actually, I don't think I've been over here yet. This is kind of just... it looks like they're just building more stuff. Also, when I first was here, holy shit, this javelin thrower is gigantic. And it seems to be pointed literally into the... out into the ocean. So if we, like, angle ourselves this way on the map and we look... I don't know where they're supposed to be shooting it at. Maybe the amphitheater is where it's supposed to be targeting, but who knows. So, let's explore a little bit more. This won't be too long of an episode, kind of an exploration. You can already see this is the mage stuff going on around here. You have the transmog vendors in here. You have the portal back to Orgrimmar. Tower of the Elements, like I said, void storage, transmog. You can get back to Org. Portal trainers for mages. Just random NPCs. These are all named after community. Or, well, they're either named in homage of some pop culture reference, or they're named after community members. I'm not sure about all of them, because there are so many that I don't even recognize, but I know there have been a ton of people who are like, hey, I'm actually in the game. That's pretty cool. So we can move over here. We have, this is the Blood Elf place. Especially compared to the Alliance one, I feel like outside of the Draenor and maybe the Gnomes, the Alliance base looks kind of just all together. But the Horde one looks very specific. This is very obviously a Blood Elf part. You got their colors, you got their tents. These are tailoring. So here you go. Jewel crafting is also in there. And then we go down here. This is Forsaken. This is Alchemy, obviously. Forsaken, Alchemy, that's kind of their whole deal. There's a portal to Undercity right here as well. There's a Reagent Master, all a bunch of profession stuff. I like how the Forsaken even managed to have their own little pool of slime that they love to do their experiments in. And this is obviously the Goblin District. Much bigger than all the other ones, I must say. It's kind of strange. There's also a random Pandaren here. Chinli Chang. I'm sure that's a reference to something that I just don't get.
We will persevere. Hey, how you doing?
There are Reliquary Knights. The Reliquary is here as well. Archaeology Trainer.
Time is money, friend.
I believe Belloc Brightblade, who is part of the Horde's archaeological trainer, is actually in the Ashran base itself. That I can't get to yet because I'm not level 100. But I will show that to you guys I don't know, maybe. I don't even know if it's really necessary, but I'll make a little tiny video probably once I get to 100 on this character. So yeah, here's goblins are, you know, doing their oil mining like they always are. Got the peons working. I think we covered most of it already. I feel like on the map, this little area right here is nothing. It's just kind of like barren, barren, barren. And then there's a little hut here that has a an Arakoa just living on it. I don't know what his purpose is. He doesn't seem to be anything. He's just a dude chilling there. They're training. Oh, no, never mind. This is actually a Black Fuse engineer that's getting this shit beat out of him by this chick. Ha! Good for her. So yeah. This is kind of the troll place, obviously. I actually forgot to show you guys this. This is the troll area. As you can see, trolls here. They're more trolls and raptors is kind of their thing. This is enchanting. So, yep. You can do all of... This is basically... All of the buildings that I've shown you are basically like... what you can get in your garrison. But if you don't have them, you can then come to Ashran and do your business. Like, for example, I should have showed you in my garrison. I forgot to. But I have an enchanting huts. I don't remember what they're called. An enchanting laboratory. And it looked almost identical to the orcs one, the troll one. Although it doesn't look like troll E. It looks more Forsaken for some reason. So who knows. Here are the Arakoa, the ones that are friendly to us. They just want to trade Apexis crystals. I think that's about it. I wanted to show you one more thing that I talked about on But Wait, There's Lore several times. Or we at least talked about it. Oh, this is also, you know, Torn. All that kind of jazz. Here he is. Shadow Hunter. What's his name? Garant. Now, the story of Ashran is supposed to be the Alliance is supposedly here looking for something. And the Horde believe that the Alliance is looking for an artifact to then use against them. And therefore, that is why the two factions are fighting, even though there was kind of like a ceasefire made after the Siege of Orgrimmar. But it all stemmed around from the fact that this troll and his dialogue seems to indicate
Who you be?
the Alliance think they so smart, they hiding behind this truce of theirs. Meanwhile, they searching this island high and low for a powerful weapon, but they no asking for our help. Sure, they say the weapon is to be used against the Iron Horde, but what is to them stopping from turning it on us once we off this world? I say we take the weapon and we be showing them who has the power on this world as well as ours, for the Horde.
Lita.
So, the troll, this guy seems like a big leader. I mean, he has his own building to himself. He's like shadowed by two guys. He's in the middle of the building, which seems to, you know, indicate importance. He is under the assumption, and he's the one who we kind of spurned the whole conversation, not only on But Wait, There's Lore, but elsewhere, that the Horde is under the impression that the Alliance is trying to get an artifact to use against the Iron Horde, and then take it home to Azeroth, and then use it against the Horde. Now, I was on the Alliance's base, as you saw. I looked around for quite a while, and maybe there is one there, and I just missed it. But I cannot find an Alliance NPC who believes that same thing from the Alliance's perspective. I cannot find an Alliance NPC who says, look, the Horde's looking for an artifact, and we think they're going to use it against us. I couldn't find someone saying that. I couldn't find someone saying, we want the artifact to use against the Horde. I couldn't find anyone even implying that statement. So, it seems... And I'm sure if I'm wrong, someone in the comments, feel free if you know something that I don't, if you caught something that I didn't, if you read an NPC saying something that I missed, let me know, because I really want to know. I don't care if I'm an Alliance fan. I want to try and stay true to the truth, if for lack of a better phrase. The Alliance are not trying to do anything to the Horde. They just didn't ask for their help in this specific case, and why would they? They are, you know, the dominant faction. They have no need for the Horde to help them. They're just kind of looking for an artifact that may or may not even be there to use against the Iron Horde. There is no indication otherwise from any NPC that I could find that they are trying to use it against the Horde. I just wanted to point that out because that's kind of important. It's important to the whole Ashran storyline. It's all about this artifact, and I don't even know what the artifact is. Maybe it's something that I already saw and I'm just not putting it together, but supposedly there's this big artifact that they're trying to get. I don't know what it is, but maybe we'll find out at some point, but who knows. So there you go, guys. That's Warspear. I believe I looked at everything. Right here is where you actually have to go into Ashran to see, so I can't get there yet. But when I get to level 100, I'll make it shorter, even shorter than this video, to show you guys. So there you go. There's Warspear. Let me know what you guys think about, if you're a Horde player, your new base instead of Karabor. Frankly, I think the Alliance has a better case of saying we should have Karabor over... oh, I said Karabor again. I meant Bladespire for the Horde. Frankly, I think the Alliance has a better case for saying we want Karabor over... what's the Alliance is called? Storm Shield. I think Warspear looks way better than Bladespire, but let me know what you guys think if you're a Horde player or Alliance, whatever. Let me know what you think looks better from the Horde perspective. I'm curious. I say this, or maybe you think Bladespire, but let me know. And yeah, let me know what you think about the whole theory about the Hordes, I guess. The Horde is very frantic about this idea. They're kind of paranoid. Let me know what you think about that whole deal. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for Talador, and until then, farewell.